What is going on YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Now tonight's video I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you how expensive all my fish are to buy, what I paid for them, and where I get all my fish from, so like all different sorts of shops. So let's start with the 2,000 litre tank behind us. Sorry for me coughing and stuff, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment. It's not COVID or anything like that, I just feel a bit rough, so I might be coughing in this video. But yeah, like I said, let's start with the 2,000 litre tank behind us. So the first fish we're going to start with is the biggest fish I have in here, which is my silver Arana, which is at the back there. Now I paid 35 quid for this fish, because when I first got him, or her, whatever it is, I'm pretty sure it was him, it didn't have any tail at the back. The tail was completely gone because the fish actually jumped out of the tank in Maidenhead Aquatics in Cruise Hill. So yeah, I got it for 35 quid. I got a great bargain on it. It's really cheap for a fish like that. It was a tiny little specimen when I got it. So yeah, absolute fantastic fish. I love it to bits. So now let's get on to the Asian Arana. So I got this Asian Arana from St Albans Maidenheads in St Albans obviously. Now I think I paid 420 quid for him. So he was a small fish when I got him. Probably the same size as one of these clown loaches here. So he's quite a small fish. But yeah, paid 420 quid for him. He's actually my most expensive fish I own, but I absolutely love him to bits. So what's next? Birch is probably maybe the next biggest fish in here. So this birch here, I got from Wharf Aquatics up in Nottingham. I paid, I think it was 30 quid for him, and he was a tiny little fish then, but now he's grown into this absolute spectacular specimen now. Look at him swimming the loaches. Lovely fish. Looks actually more like a snake than a fish. So what's next? Oscars. So the Oscars here I've got from shop in Hartford. What's it called? I can't remember what it's called now. The Aquatic Warehouse. I got it from Aquatic Warehouse. I think I paid about £10 each for these fish, and they were tiny fish when I first bought them as well. And now like they're monstrous fish. Look, the size of them against my hand. So yeah, they're really cheap to buy. You can get them from any sort of shop. Right, Plecos. Pleco, I've got a South African Pleco at the back there, which I paid, I think it was like 3 quid, something like that, £3.50. That's the first ever fish I bought. I've had him for like 10 years. I got that from the Aquatic Warehouse as well. What's next? There's another Pleco in there. There's an L25, sorry, at the back there, which is a Scarlet Pleco. Now, I bought that when it was quite big, you know, it was this sort of size when I bought it, and I paid 200 quid for it, you know. I saw it in the shop. Actually, it wasn't in the shop. I was talking to the bloke, saying to him like, "Oh God, I saw your L25 out there, a really colourful one," and it was like 450 quid. And I said, "You got any baby ones in?" And he goes, "Right, come with me out the back." Showed me out the back. He had some mad snakeheads and stuff out there. And he goes, "I've just had this come in," and I took the risk of buying it because it hadn't been quarantined or nothing like that. So yeah, I paid 200 quid for that, but I've had it probably 2 years now, and it's doing absolutely fine. Love it, but you rarely see him, to be honest, because he sort of hides about in the wood and that. So what else? What's next? Datnoids. Right, I've got two of the same Datnoids here. I've got one there and one at the back over there. Sorry if I keep swallowing this video, because I've got all, like I said, I've got a bit of a cold. I feel a bit rough, so I'm trying my best to get through this. But Datnoids there, I got them from, I got one of them from Wharf Aquatics, and so did the other one come from there, but I didn't buy it from there. My mate Jamie gave me it, and I think I paid 30 quid for that fish, and it was tiny. Honestly, it was as big as a guppy when I got it. It was so small, but that's grown into a beautiful specimen now. So yeah, well pleased with them. Right, let's go on to the clown loaches. So I've got 10 clown loaches in this tank. Now 6 of them I've had from tiny little fish like this, you know, and I think I actually got them from Pets at Home like 10 years ago, and now I would have paid, probably back then it was even cheaper, probably would have paid like maybe £4 a fish, maybe even less. So these are massive fish now. Look, I've grown them up, and I got actually 4 of them from Glenn at Lee Valley Aquatics, which I paid 200 quid for, you know, for like fish this sort of size. So when they get older, they are worth a lot more money. Now, what have I else got in there? I've got some silver dollars. So silver dollars in there, I've got from Wharf Aquatics. I've got some tiger silver dollars, and I've got 2 normal ones, which are actually 3 normal ones, which are at the back there. They all come from Wharf Aquatics about 2 years ago. I can't remember what I paid for them. I think I paid about £5 each for them. Obviously they're tiny little babies, and I pay about £8 or £9 for these ones at the back here. So they're quite cheap fish to buy as small fry, but when you get them like this sort of size, these tiger silver dollars, they'll be worth quite a fair bit. So I think we've covered the whole tank in it. Actually, we haven't. We've got a Royal Pleco at the back there, which I got from Maidenhead Aquatics in Milton Keynes. It is, I can't remember the L number of it, I think it's L191, something like that. And I paid 35 quid for him. He was a tiny fish, and he's actually doing really well now. He's grown into a big old fish. I rarely see him, like all Plecos. They hang about in the wood. But I'm pretty sure we've covered this whole tank now. That's all the fish in this tank. Just having a good look, I think I've covered it all. But let's go out in the fish room and I'll show you a few of the tanks and fish out there. Okay, now let's start with this fluval flex. So obviously we're in my fish room now. As you can see, my signs over there. Let's start with this fluval flex. It's a fish 7 litre tank. I've got 8 cherry bulbs in here, and I think I paid £3 or £4 each for them. I've got a better fish in here, a red better fish. I paid, I think it was about £9 for him. They all come from Lee Valley Aquatics. Now, see this Bristol's Pleco here, and there's 2 of them in this tank. They're the cheapest fish I own this fish room because I paid nothing for them. The geezer give me them. So that's that tank all done. Let's start this tank here. So, where do I start with this tank? I've got guppies, loads and loads of guppies, as you can see. There's tons of guppies in here. I've actually just taken out the plants of this tank here as well, because I was feeding this tank and I was worried about the food sort of sitting in these plants. There wasn't enough flow going on for me. I like flow in tanks, and it's doing a lot better actually since I took them artificial plants out, so I'm going to leave them out now. But anyway, like I said, I've got loads of guppies in here. I started with 5. I paid like £6 for them from Pets at Home like a few months ago, and now there's there's like 50 or 60 of them in there. So yeah, they're cheap old fish. Now I've got some Cardinal Tetras in here, which I got from Lee Valley Aquatics. I think I paid, I think it was 50 quid for 50, I'm pretty sure something like that. He sorted me out on a deal on them. Now they're stunning little fish, it looks really cool swarming together. I've got some black rams as well. There's a black ram there, there's 2 of them in this tank. They come from Lee Valley Aquatics on the same day. I paid, to be honest with you, I can't really remember, so I can't really tell you that one. You know, the older the fish, the more I remember it, for some strange reason. What else we got? What else we got? We've got some checkerboard cichlids in here. I got them from Lee Valley Aquatics again. There's one of them down there. They're really cool fish. Can't remember what I paid for them. I think they were quite cheap as well. Plecos wise, we've got a massive Bristol's Pleco in this tank somewhere. I don't know whereabouts it is, but it's in here. It's huge. It came out the other night when I threw a courgette down there. Now I grew that up as fry when I bred some Bristol's Plecos about 3 or 4 years ago, and I've had him ever since. He actually was living in the 2,000 litre tank with the Aranas and stuff, but I took him out to put him in this tank to start cycling it better. And yeah, so I didn't pay nothing for him because I bred him from his mum and dad. And I've got a couple of albino bristlenose in this tank, which obviously come from the other spawn, from the other geezer. And there is a green Phantom Pleco in here, a blue Phantom Pleco, a Royal Pleco. They all come from Lee Valley Aquatics. What else have I got in here? I think there's 2 green Phantom Plecos in here. Can't remember how much I paid for them, but they're all in this tank. So I'm pretty sure that's that tank covered now. So some really cool fish in this tank. Now let's get on to this big tank here. So there's not a lot going on in this tank at the moment. I've got a big old plec at the back there, which my mate Jamie gave me the other day when I got the datnoid off him. And I've got some African cichlids in here, which I paid nothing for. Some guy gave them to me, just randomly messaged me on Instagram, said I've got some cichlids. He was only up the road. Can I drop them off at your house? So yeah, I've got some cichlids in there. They're quite cool. The tank's all nice and cycled now with these fish in it. So yeah, it's gonna be ready for the fish. It's not this weekend, it's a weekend after I'm picking them up. I got a bit confused the other night thinking it was this weekend, but it's next weekend. But anyway, yeah, this is this tank. I've got, like I said, a few African cichlids in here. This blue one's absolutely stunning. I really do love this fish. I am going to be doing a tank with just African cichlids in it soon behind us. So that's that tank. Now let's get on to probably my most busiest tank. So what have we got in here? We've got some corridors in here, which where did I get them from? I got them from Lee Valley Aquatics about 6 months ago, and I think I paid about £6 each for them, £5 or £6 each, something like that. We've got some clown loaches. Now there's 8 clown loaches, well there's 10 clown loaches in here. There's 8 of them which I got from Lee Valley Aquatics about the same amount of time as the corridors, about 6 months ago. And there's 2 bigger ones. There's a big one at the back there, and I think there's probably another one there. It always hides, well it's just come around now. So I've got them from a guy off Instagram, Sandy Discus. I swapped them for a few Bristol's Plecos with him, these albino ones. What else we've got? We've got some rainbow fish. There's some small rainbow fish in here. This one here has actually been beaten up a bit by this other male here. I've got a bigger male here. Now they all come from Lee Valley Aquatics, so they're starting to show their real nice colours now. This one I've had about 6 months. These small ones I've got about 3 weeks ago. But they're, what's it called? What did I pay for them? I think they were 10 quid each, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. Now I've got a platy in here. Brandon Platy, and there's a rice fish in here somewhere, which I actually got free off the guy I got the albinos off as well. We chucked them in with some guppies as well. Where's the rice fish? I think that's the rice fish there. So yeah, some random bits going on here. Now I've got a Cactus Pleco, which is underneath the wood there. I don't know if it's going to show it. It never comes out. Now I got that from Wolf Aquatics when I bought the Dacnoids 2 or 3 years ago, and he's very slow growing fish, like a lot of Plecos are. I think I paid 15 quid for him, something like that. You know, when the fish are fully grown, they're worth a fair bit of money. So it's a great investment if you've got time to look after them and feed them, and you know, just basically throw the money out there and think, oh, I'm going to wait for the fish to get big. So if you've got the time to do that, a great fish to buy these Plecos. Now what else we covered? All of them. Now all these Congo Tetras and Colombian Tetras I got off my mate Paul, a builder bloke I know, I work with. He chucked them all in for me, so obviously I didn't pay for them, but I think I chucked him a heater for them fish. So yeah, some stunning fish in here which he give me. What else we got? Right, the albino bristlenose. So we've got loads of them in here. You know, as you know, I didn't pay nothing for them. The geezer gave me all them for nothing, so really great find. He messaged me saying I've got all these. He actually breeds rare Plecos, and I think he had a spawn of these. And he said, look, you can come and have them. I don't really want to sell them. Like, it's a small fry for him, really. So yeah, it's really a great find having all them. I really appreciate all that stuff, because I'm actually going to use all these fish in my other new setups, which are going to be coming soon. So we covered all them, and we've got 2 female betters in here. There's one there, and there's another one in here somewhere, which has got one eye, which I got from Pets at Home. Well, I didn't actually get them from them, I've rescued from them, because their tanks in that shop are just absolutely disgusting, you know. That's probably why it had one eye, had a disease or something like that. So I think I paid, it was like £3 each, something like that, so really cheap. Here comes a little one now. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one with one eye, so you can see, look, it's just got no eye that side and another eye the other side. So yeah, don't know what happened with him, with her. Probably got a disease, like I said, something like that. But I think that is all my fish covered. So if you add it up, it's probably a lot of money I spent, and I'm going to be spending a lot more soon, especially with the stuff that's coming on this big tank soon. So yeah, I'm going to have to put my hand in my pocket for this one. But yeah, that's it for now. Nothing else I can tell you about. All the tanks are doing fine. I haven't missed off any fish, I don't think. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching the video as always. Like and subscribe my channel. Ding the notification bell, and keep it real, everyone.